All right, guys, I kind of had to take a mental regroup. I had to check my calendar. Funny, if you looked at the astrology video, welcome in, by the way. We're going to shuffle and pull some tarot, pull some oracle cards. We're still tapping into this beautiful new moon eclipse portal, Aquarius, this year of the fire horse. Really great channeled space that came through when we were looking at the actual chart of astrology. If you feel called, I'd encourage you to check that out. But I was looking at my schedule because I had my days crossed up and I thought I had a lecture. Anyway, child, here we are. We're going to reset our intentions. I knew that when we tapped into the charts energy, it was going to be super powerful. So I wanted to actually just do a separate video where we do one of those big spreads and we just enjoy and share all the cards and the messages are coming through in this beautiful Aquarius eclipse portal. This beautiful happy Lunar New Year to you. We love how the energy of the wheel, the year unfolds. We have a beautiful New Year synchronicity. It's more in alignment with the Gregorian calendar, right? But it's also a Egyptian practice, in alignment with the Sirius Stargate portals. And then that unfoldment leads us through the winter time. And we have the beautiful rebirth of the light, Imbolc, and then that leads us to the rebirth of the Lunar New Year. And I love, and will always reiterate, it's so important to not feel in a hurry. Don't feel rushed. Don't feel like I'm out of time, I missed the day. No, you didn't. And the way that the year and the energy and the timelines are unfolding is very natural and organic. Because then we observe this big, gorgeous opening of eclipse portal and Lunar New Year rebirth. And then we get carried into another portal where the earth really rebirths herself in spring equinox. So also, it's my birthday. Thank you so much for being here. Maybe you felt like you didn't tap into the chart yet, but you just saw the cards. And I get that. I totally feel it. You were like, ooh, love the cards. So we did do this in a two-part, but wherever you found yourself coming in, thank you for being here. It's not a monetized space. I do many other things and wear other hats and have other platforms and have a website. You feel free to check that out. But whenever you come here and you like a video or you hit subscribe, of course, you'll be notified when I share new content, material, and teaching and whatnot. But it really just circulates us on this platform so we can connect with people who are like-minded in our soul family. So whatever brought you here, thank you. I did this amazing, I just don't have the time to do it as much as I like, but I did this this big spread where I like to pull lots of different cards and tap the energies by shuffling oracle, by pulling out some tarot cards and just getting a broad, beautiful message. Be patient with me though, y'all, because when I start laying these cards out, I have like so many boxes. And when it comes to oracle cards, like I love to read the book because I feel like it pays homage to who created it. And I know, right? Get into the dragon. This is a selenite aura. If you've seen aura quartz and you know how that's made, this is the same process, but with selenite, and I love it. And dragon, draconian spirit and energies, and we're transitioning today from the septarian, the snake, into the fire horse. And they're actually connected. If you read the Chinese astrology history about when the fire horse comes to be and why, I think the space is really going to be like messages from the fire horse. But it was this really interesting thing. Let me see if I can find it. I'll read it to you guys. This feels much more, Spirit is saying, our ancestors and our spirit team are saying it's much more about the energy of the fire horse in this space we're holding with the cards. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I love that. Let me find you this little thing because I thought it was interesting when I read it. And I will say, I haven't fact checked it or like actually researched. So please correct me if you're like, actually, that's not true. But I think it is still really nice. It says in ancient Chinese mythology, when the world's patterns could no longer hold, a being called the dragon horse, Longma, would rise from the yellow river, scaled like a dragon, as fast as a horse. You see how the Septarian energy still kind of lingers here in this energy of the year of the fire horse. That's why it really spoke to me when I read it. But I'm looking at it now. I'm just curious. Hold on. Okay. So it is. Y'all, you know I got to come check something because I can't just be reading out here willy-nilly. The legend of the Longma, or the dragon horse, is important and pivotal in Chinese cos cosmogony. He does emerge from the Yellow River. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. We have an oracle card on the board. Okay. Child, how do we want to lay these out, Spirit? How do we want to lay these out? So we're going to get a Seasons of the Witch in bulk. We're going to pull a, I usually show you guys. See, look at me. I'm multitasking. Hold on. Let me finish reading this, okay? In ancient Chinese mythology, when the world's old patterns could no longer hold, a being called the dragon horse, Longma, would rise from Yellow River, scaled like a dragon, as fast as a horse. It carried on its back a new cosmic map. There's our Aquarius blueprint, right? A sign that heaven was ready to rewrite what had grown rigid, unjust, or out of balance. It appears when systems have hardened, when power has become disconnected from life, and when the old order must make way for the truth. In the earliest texts, its arrival marks a shift in destiny, the end of one era and the beginning of another. Boom! Hello, new Aries timelines. See that? Fire horse energy is not about destruction for its own sake. It is about clearing what no longer serves. It's a force that pushes through fear, stagnation, and inherited structures, making room for justice, breath. Ooh, there's the Aleph. There is the Fool, right? Making room for justice, breath, and the new possibilities to enter. As we move into this year, we run alongside the fire horse. That's beautiful. Let's see what else this little blurb that I was looking at adds. Cycles of transformation. Okay, it says, hold on. The legend of the Longma, or the dragon horse, captures a pivotal moment in Chinese cosmogony when a divine creature emerged from the Yellow River to present the Heitu, the Yellow River map, to the sage ruler. Is it Fuji? Hopefully I'm saying that right, Fuji. Okay, we have a Witch's Familiar Oracle here. Oh, it's the Raven. Get into it, get into it. Can we zoom out? Y'all know my camera stand's a little wonky. I don't want to mess her up. She doing so good. Let's do, okay. Because I love when we can all, we get us a little space like this. Like so, like that, as Miss Tab Brown would say. Like so, like that. Okay. And then we'll have space here. Okay. What else do we have? Okay. The sage ruler Fuji. This cosmic map served as the blueprint for the 8 trigrams, the Bagua, forming the foundation of the I Ching. Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. I'm going to have to go back and get into this more. Because I love I Ching, and I study tarot in a certain way where some of the major arcanas connect to the I Ching. But anyway, cool beans. Okay, that's their traditional Chinese understanding of universal balance. Okay, cool. As we enter 2026 and birth the year of the fire horse, this ancient symbolism gains a contemporary resonance. Cycles of transformation. The fire horse appears only once every 60 years, last seen in 1966. Wouldn't that be too... Hold on, Spirit. Hold on. What was there a Saturn completed, how do we say, zodiac cycle in the 60s? Because wouldn't that be 30 plus 30? Get into this. Let's connect it really quick. We had a new beginning when Saturn and Jupiter met in a great conjunction. Hello. In 1961. It marked the start of a 20-year social and political cycle. Yes, now we're wrapping up that cycle because Saturn recently just completed another 29 and a half set of, interestingly enough, the fire horse year previously, get into this, please lock in. The fire horse that we were just previously discussing, because I'm seeing this date, 1966, it occurred while Saturn was in Pisces the last time. Wow. This is the sign we know is associated with dissolving old boundaries, spiritual transition. Hello. Okay, let's go back. The fire horse appears only once every 60 years. It was last seen in 1966. It's a widely viewed period of extraordinary energy that demands breaking of old stagnant patterns to make room for authentic growth. Hello, authenticity of the age of Aquarius. Solar eclipse portal, new moon rebirth. Hello, Aquarius, right? Pretty soon in the summer, we're going to shift into the North Node in Aquarius. The spirit of breakthrough. In Chinese culture, the idiom Longma Yingshen, please, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that, describes the dragon horse spirit. Longma Yingshen, a state of vigorous health and unstoppable drive. For 2026, experts suggest that this energy is manifesting as a collective urge for bold movement. Oh, yeah, I know we see it. Independence and rapid evolution. Balancing fire and flow. While fire horse energy pushes for immediate action, the tradition actually warns. Get into this because it's important. You don't go pouring gasoline on a year that's already full of fire. I'm hearing, Taliman gasolina, gasoline. No. Okay, Spirit said, no. You have to, okay, it says, tradition often warns of the Longma Yingshen's blazing hooves, which can lead you to a burnout if you do not temper your strategies with mindfulness and groundedness. Okay. Running alongside the fire horse means harnessing this rare momentum to rewrite rigid personal social structures. The legendary Longma signals a shift in destiny of an era. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I feel like these will be messages from the fire horse, from the Longma, okay? So far on the table, we've pulled Seasons of the Witch, Imbolc Oracle, the Aquarius Pisces Season Imbolc Oracle. We've got Wisdom of the Familiars by Deborah Blake. I know I love to show these to you guys because I know you get into the decks just like I do. Hi, thank you. What else do we do this morning as well? I'm always trying to make space over here, you guys. Let's do, okay, we're not going to do this one. Okay, hold on. Child, let me get organized. Okay, we're going to do an herbal astrology oracle by Adriana Ayales. We love it. We love it. Okay, but I got to kind of keep up, like I said, with all my boxes. Okay. And then we'll just go through each of the messages together. Oh, okay. That was just stuck right on my hand. What do we have? Mitraina, however you say that, right? I know the fuck that is not. I'm sorry, y'all. Is that Saturn and Neptune, child? I know you see it. Okay, shape-shifting. Yes. 4 + 3 is giving 7 magician energy. Not shape-shifting with the raven. Okay. Oh, wow. This is going to be so good, you guys. Thank you, Spirit and Ancestors, our team, always in service of the highest and best good. Not us thanking our ancestors with Palo Santo on the bottom. Hello, we are guarded and protected. Thank you for these messages and holding this space. Thank you for confirmations that we receive here. Yes, gratitude. We're also going to get a Green Witch Oracle card from the beautiful Erin Murphy Hiscock. She has books. This oracle is beautiful. I highly suggest it. Such a good quality deck for real. Okay, let's get a Green Witch Oracle. And then we're also going to get a tarot card, guys. I got my little book set. Okay, let's do it in order, because that's going to help me, friend. Oh, yeah, it's going to be like we're going to read from the books. I know. Sit down, get a cup of tea, get a cup of coffee. You know, sometimes we channel in the midst of this. We already have these messages coming through from the fire horse, from Longma. Longma. I don't know. Hopefully we can say that correctly. Okay. Let's see what we have, guys. Ooh, harvest, determination, and hard work. Absolutely. We love a good harvest confirmation at any time. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, we do. Okay. So there's our oracle cards. Let's keep, look, I'm actually doing good. I'm being organized. Look at that. Yes, yes. I actually feel called to pull a tarot card from the beautiful Metamuse Tarot. Oops, let's not shuffle the instruction card. Child. Okay. Spirit, what is the best tarot card? What can we see? What do we need to see? Spirit, what is the card that can enhance and confirm the message and the energetic frequencies that we're channeling in this space? Okay, Spirit, what is it? Okay. Ooh, okay, we got 2. Thank you so much, Spirit, for the clarity of the cards and the message. What do we got? Yeah, okay, not harvest, determination, hard work, and the 9 of Pentacles. Yes, it's giving rewards for the hard work. Hold your energetic boundaries. The Empress has given birth and is ready to pour into the kingdom. I'm getting Malkut. I'm getting boundaries. I'm getting, if you build it, they will come. It's giving. Okay. And we're going to kind of, I wonder, let me just scooch in right here. We've been trying to contact you. That's what Spirit said. Can we see? Yeah, I feel like we can see everything really nicely. All right, guys, so let's start at the beginning. We have garlic. We have 2-2. In the astrology message, we were right on point at 11-11. So I'm getting 11-11, which for me is an iteration of a 2 on one side, a 2 of the other. But 22 also gives me 1-1 on this side, 1-1 on this side. It's giving a portal through the middle, you see? Maybe you are seeing angel number synchronicities, 11-11, 1-1-1-1. We had 1-1-0-1, maybe 22-2-2-2, okay? We have garlic. It is unwise to walk beyond the boundaries. Hello, Emperor boundaries. This is also Aries energy, child. Okay, listen. It is unwise to walk beyond the boundaries you have yet to expand on. Protection among all else. Protection was on the bottom with Palo Santo. Protection in the Emperor. If you build it, they will come, but I'm going to need you to protect it, Spirit said. Okay, I feel it. I feel that energy. All right, let's read from the book. Spirit says, let's listen to the reading today. There's a lot in the reading. There's confirmation and synchronicity. Tap in, get in where you fit in. Please remember, this is a collective message. Don't make anything fit if it doesn't apply for you. You are your own best, highest teacher and guru. You are your best wisdom, leader, spirit guide, etc. Please trust what is for you and leave what isn't. I wish you guys could see the pillar. I just started a new pillar candle for my birthday and for the opening of this new portal. Is on my altar. But y'all, this flame, she big. Oh, that's a big flame. Okay. Aries energy, right? Beautiful. Fire horse. Not us with all the flames, okay? Listen, garlic says defensiveness, protection, managing negativity. Ooh, it's a potent message, especially in the unfoldment of this energy. Pulling the garlic card suggests there are people who are working against you, or this could be energetic protection, collective trauma. This can be literal black magic spell work. It can be unintended, but also having the same effect. It can be your own energy working against you. You know what I'm saying? Put it where it fits. Or perhaps it could be your perception of the situation. Ooh. There is likely resistance from others, but that may not be as bad as you think. Whatever you are facing, receiving this card means you are more than capable of defending yourself against any attack you may face. You have what you have because of your hard work, yes, and your dedication. And there is no one in your current orbit who has the power to take it from you. If we don't preach this message today, ain't nobody taking shit from you unless you give it to them, because you are divinely protected. Your team and higher self, you can have a reclamation of your own divine sovereignty. This is what Spirit is saying. Whatever you are facing, lock in today, okay? Receiving this card means you are more than capable of defending yourself against any attack you may face. But remember, you have what you have because of your hard work and dedication. And there is no one, no weapon, right, formed against me shall prosper. Child, don't make me sing. We ain't religious or dogmatic over here, child, but I was raised in the Southern Appalachians and the Bible belts and such, okay? We do love a good praise and worship. It's an energetic frequency. It's not about any one dogmatic set of beliefs. Hello, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, okay? Get into that. There is no one in your current orbit who has the power to take that away from you, okay? Any negativity you're experiencing is the result of someone whose own emotional traumas are being triggered. That's about them and not you. And that's on a collective level too, if you can get out into that detached Aquarius perspective and allow yourself to see that, okay? It may be unfortunate for them. I know it is. But you are not required to entertain such behavior when it's hurtful to you. In the rare case this card falls from the deck and lands in reverse, it's a sign you're being unjustifiably defensive when there is no threat at all. It's quite the opposite. Other people may be involved with genuinely good intentions. You might need to examine your own emotional triggers. I think that's important, even though I don't shuffle reversals in my oracle deck, and I'll even correct them if I see them. But it's important to be aware of the shadow frequencies. When we have a lot of fire, our egos can become amplified. We may be getting too fast when we need to be getting more aligned. And sometimes we have to check ourselves. You know, we have that duality. So it says, hold on, I flipped too far. You may wish to examine your own emotional triggers to see if past experiences are negatively influencing your grasp on a situation or a career or a new opportunity or an important connection. Examine your grasp on the situation, right? And make sure you're not looping back into damaging negative thought patterns of something like this. Okay, that's also a very appropriate message. Okay, so that was garlic. So we have number 3 of air. I was using this deck this morning and a different air card come through. So fixed Aquarius air energy is very present here. And we appreciate that and we give it respect because it gives us clarity. It helps us balance our emotions with logic. The fixed air quality of the Aquarius portal that we've entered into here gives us the ability to detach with compassion, to get higher up into our higher selves, to release stagnant energy, right? We love to see the spirit of the raven here. Okay, let's read about our wisdom of the familiars with Deborah Blake. I love this art. It always gives me like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Millennial Kids, 90s vibes, and Halloween. I love the illustrations. And Deborah Blake and other artists, they work together and have like the Everyday Witch Tarot and stuff, I think. Okay. Somebody maybe works with Odin or Nordic or Viking, whatever. I don't want to say the right word, but you get what I'm saying. Something like this. I'm seeing a lot of runes. Maybe you cast runes, or I know the rune Tiwaz, as long as Jabo, higher alignment with spiritual gifts. Those two combinations come together. The raven is a large black bird. I'm hearing a song, y'all. Whoa, Black Betty, bam, ba, lam. Whoa, dun, 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 bam, ba, bam. Rock music. I'm seeing like black leathers. These could just be confirmations or synchronicities for someone. The raven is a large black bird that is often confused with its cousin, the crow, with whom it shares numerous traits, including a surprising intelligence. In many cultures, it has been revered as a messenger of the gods and a bringer of spiritual communication and wisdom. Ravens tend to be more solitary than crows, so if you see one nearby, it may well have a message for you. If you're asking a question of this oracle and get the raven card, it might be telling you to pay attention to messages or signs from the gods, God, goddess, source, creator, energy, right? Your higher self, whatever works for you. Or listen to your own inner wisdom. It might also be a suggestion that you need to do some serious thinking about a situation, tap into the heart and mind before springing to action. There's that warning again coming directly from the spirit of the fire horse frequency. You don't have to see a raven in person to receive wisdom from this deity or spirit. Keep an eye open and be alert to anything that feels as though it might be important. Messages can show up from unexpected sources when you least expect them. Nature, synchronicities. We were talking about numbers, which also came through in the astrology reading. I'm seeing someone doing automatic writing. Maybe you journal a lot. Maybe you're working with a divinatory type of tool. I'm seeing someone doing, but I'm hearing automatic writing. So maybe you're receiving a lot of downloads, writing down your dreams. I'm hearing the dream space, the astrals are very important right now, which is very Aquarian, right? Out of body experiences. Okay, those could be confirmations and messages for some. Has someone said something recently that really resonated with you? Do you have that nagging, that niggle? We call it the niggle. Do you have that nagging sense that you are missing something just out of reach? Maybe the raven is trying to tell you something. That's getting into alignment with your third eye. I'm hearing open your pineal gland. I'm hearing the words decalcification. Maybe you're focused on diet, or like, I'm drinking these waters, I'm doing a cleanse, a detox, I'm doing whatever the case may be, is something. Decalcification is just like the release of hardenedness. That's interesting, because fixed air and Aquarius frequency, it can be plasmic. The water can be frozen. It can be liquidated to refresh, to flood out, to replenish, to bring healing and revitalization. I'm seeing the star card. Maybe you have Aquarius or big air placements. Regardless, I'll always tell you, as an astrologer who does one-on-one work, you feel free to hop over to my website if you're curious, but everyone has an 11th house. You know what I'm saying? And you can look at what planets on your 11th house, what's aspecting, certain very specific things in your 11th house. 11th house, maybe someone, because I'm getting that. Maybe you study your 11th house, or, hey, I know somebody if you need help with that. Okay. Ooh, I'm excited to get into this. I want to say Mitrayanya. Mitrayanya is how I hear it in my head. I could totally be butchering that. I just don't, y'all, I can't say Mitraganya. Maybe that's how you say it. Anyway, child, shape shifting. There's the water. The water of Aquarius frequency shape shifts. Do you see that? Look at that beautiful art. It makes me think of the star card. Okay, let's read from the beautiful book, Adriana Ayales. Let's read. I told you it is Saturn and Neptune said, hello. I'm hearing it's me. Hello. Saturn and Neptune have both now shifted. They are sitting at the aneretic 00 degree points. We were talking about that once again in the astrological read, okay? Shape shifting, subconscious healing, synchronizing inner and outer world, shape shifting, time travel, transcendence of illusion. I'm hearing the Maya. transcending the Maya. That's a very shamanic. Maybe you have shamanic roots of study, shamanic culture. We all do, honey. Child, I mean, check out your DNA. It's all, the shamanism is there. It's just what sect is it, you know? The reversed or cautioned energy is obsessive thoughts, illusionary facade. The timelines aren't going to allow that anymore. Addiction, self-abandonment, unstable to grow, stagnancy, astrologically ruled by Saturn and Neptune. We love to see the dragonfly on the card. I have a dragonfly wing literally right here. I love my dragonflies and all my winged ones. But there's an oracle card that's called Emergence that I've always connected with. Maybe you resonate with the Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen D. Farmer. Go and read the Emergence Dragonfly card. That could be for someone. The indigenous peoples of Southeast Asia have valued the power of this rainforest tree for thousands of years and have used it as a poultice to treat wounds. You just a poultice is like you just pack it on top of the wound, right? As well as treatment for a variety of symptoms, including stress, pain, fatigue, and fever. Like the coca leaves in the South American highlands, fresh leaves from the Mitriania tree are chewed for energy and stamina throughout the day. It was revered among monks in Asia. This is so fucking crazy because the monks were coming through so strong in the other video. If you really resonate with this, maybe hop over and check that out later if you have time. It was revered among monks in Asia as it assisted them during long periods of meditation by providing focused attention and positive energy. As early as the 19th century, kratom, became well known as an opium substitute and quickly became a curative treatment for withdrawal from opium addiction. Wow, withdrawal from addiction to the illusion, the Maya. Okay. Okay. It became more popularized in the West due to Mitrayanya's use in Thailand, Malaysia, and surrounding areas, helping those with morphine dependence. It embodies the elements of both Saturn and Neptune, as it profoundly relieves the decompressed child. As it profoundly relieves and decompresses the musculoskeletal system while granting a freeing and euphoric feeling to the body-mind. Used in the right amounts, it can greatly assist those with addiction, which is Shadow Neptune, Shadow Pisces, heavy energy. Guidance. And it's tough because, mind you, Neptune has just come out of Pisces, and that's a cold, hot sweat. Okay, wow. Of the things we're addicted to, the illusions. And a lot of those trace back to ourselves. Because a lot of times we do those patterns because we want to avoid something we don't want to feel or something we don't want to see. Neptune and Aries, Saturn and Aries, they both come out of Pisces, and it's like, hey, you gotta, it's like, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is what it feels like. The balanced side of Mitrayanya, or Gaia, however you say it right, represents the ability to shape, shift, and adapt across realities. Like the dragonfly, it grants us the power to break through the illusionary facade we often accept as reality, providing us the freedom from pain in order to break through the limiting illusions. Dragonfly, like Mitraganya, helps us to initiate subconscious healing from the trauma experienced from endless cycles of pain and suffering. Dragonfly medicine invites us to seek out the parts of our habits that have gone unchanged, unnoticed, and stagnant. Ask yourself, have I tended to the changes I've been wanting to make? Don't get lost in the labyrinths of self-doubt. Break free from the elusive belief systems that hold back your transformation. Ooh, so on point. So on point. Thank you so much, Spirit, for the guidance and the clarity of the message. Okay, the Green Witch Oracle card that we pulled says harvest, determination, and hard work. But do you see how if you do not pay heed to this work you're being called to do, it's almost creating blockages to release this that wants to come through in the new timelines? That's what I'm getting. Okay, let's read harvest together. together. Okay. Oh, it's the last one in the book. Ooh, it's giving cycle completion. Yes. And I love this because we also had the Nine of Pentacles. Remember? Yes, yes. Harvest right above the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles. We love it. Determination and hard work. Harvest time means hard work. Yup. I'm picking up something that's like South Node in Virgo off this, you know? Unhealthy health patterns. Unhealthy. It's like health. Detoxify, purify, like South Node in Virgo has really taught us, and it's going to be coming to completion soon, but we have some more time to work with those nodes. South Node in Virgo is a lot about like how you get really stubbornly committed to a pattern of a daily routine, a pattern of how you do your work, a pattern of how you treat your body, and it's about releasing yourself from those. I'm getting some South Node in Virgo. You could have strong Virgo placements. This could be a message to learn more about your own North Node and South Node. It could be. Virgo season could be of importance, right? In the fall and the harvest time. Harvest time means hard work. It's time to reap. I'm hearing that work. I know y'all, we've been working hard, but the payoff is coming. The energetic abundance, the spiritual blessing, the wisdom. Jupiter in Cancer has been helping us do that deep-seated, that moon, that fear, that emotional maturity work. And then when Jupiter goes into Leo in the summer, child, it's time to reap the results of sowing and of tending, and that usually means a lot of effort concentrated in a short period of time. My good friend, who I love to watch her channel, shout out to P, Miss Beautiful Page, okay, literally has been on this same frequency. And it's a message of, you have these spells in your life. Funny that I chose that word. You have these cycles of life, and you just got to lock in. But sometimes locking in on a year or some months or a year or two, whatever the case may be, brings you up to timeline shifts. I'm seeing the passing of a baton. I'm seeing Malkut. I'm seeing the end of the paths of the supernal triangles. You feel me? I'm seeing 10 of Pentacles. This is what I'm seeing. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Boom, boom. Spirit is showing me. But you kind of boss out, you lock in. And what she was talking about in one of her things was like how she went through a period of working really hard on a platform, and the payoff extended out for multiple years after that. It's kind of giving like kind of, she was talking about the Nine of Pentacles, Emperor. That's, I built a good container to receive my abundant harvest. It doesn't have to be money. Some of us receive abundance in freedom and peacefulness, doing less in the day, whatever the case may be. You see, you would define it individually for yourself. This time can be just as exhausting as when you sowed your seeds. I know. But, and this could be like, this time is going to be coming. But ride that horse, okay, and don't get dragged, because there's going to be an energetic payoff, and that could manifest in material abundance. It can manifest in more freedom. I can mean, we're talking about the spirit of a horse, right? This time can be just as exhausting as when you sowed your seeds, but it is necessary as a part of the successful growing season. Sometimes you might think that it's all about sitting back and enjoying the fruits of your labor. Hello, Nine of Pentacles. But it's important to appreciate success and not lose your way. The Harvest card directs you to collect your bounty, to recognize your blessings, and to not stop working too early. It's giving a year of the 10 is as much about completion as it is about new beginnings. You know what I'm saying? We can't be, let's run, let's go, let's jump, let's woo. I mean, we are going to be doing that. But we also have to be, you know, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, making sure the contracts look legit. Make the contracts. Okay, mind you, if someone has something contractual, I personally wouldn't be doing that. Of course, this isn't a one-on-one reading, so I don't have all of the astrological placements at play. But, you know, we are preparing to enter the first Mercury retrograde, and we're entering the eclipse portal. I'm just saying, ooh, okay, I'm going to need you to dot those I's and cross those T's. I'm hearing read the fine print, okay? So as much about closing things out as it is about new beginnings. Yeah, do not stop working too early. You're almost there. I'm seeing the world card, but you still have things. I'm hearing, I got to see it through, okay? I was just laughing with a friend, excuse me, the other day about, anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that clip, okay? You got to see it through, though. Work to recoup the energy you previously invested, absolutely. Are you burning out because of too much hard work too quickly? That's asking, do you have strong foundations to receive the abundance the universe is about to pour onto you? Hello, harvest, Nine of Pentacles, the Emperor. The Emperor builds a piece of land. He builds a strong house. He holds down the boundaries of the fortress. So the Empress, the spirit of the divine feminine, can bless and pour up and fill up. But we ain't going to we're not going to pour a gold liquid into a bunch of vessels that are cracked. They can't hold it. You see what I'm saying? Are you burning out because of too much hard work too quickly? How can you give yourself support as you reap the bounty of your efforts? And that can be in a spiritual burnout type of way too. We want to avoid that. Okay, so we've already kind of tapped in a lot to the fact that the Emperor is Aries energy. It's Mars energy. Mars is involved in a big way in this eclipse portal as it is still being in Aquarius. So I'm getting Mars and Aries energy here. I'm getting strong foundations, energetic boundaries. I'm hearing let your yes mean yes and your no mean no. I'm hearing no is a complete sentence, okay? I want to do something different, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I normally never, ever read from the Meta Muse book, but it's really good. And I think I feel called to do that today. Let's read about the Aries. I've never, the Aries card, the Emperor card, okay? So, of course, we know we have talked about it is associated with Aries energy, right? It says father figure, divine masculine, well-defined boundaries, solid foundation. Yep. Legacy, logic, experienced, rational, protector, established. In the shadow or cautioned energy, it says controlling, rigid, old ways needing to evolve, unchanging, or materialistic. I could see that here. I'm hearing all that glitters that it ain't gold. You know, don't get caught up. Don't get distracted. Now, Spirit is showing me something about connecting like the ending of Pisces timelines to like a disillusionment where you stay in the Ten of Cups too long. And it's like you go to a Fae ball, or I'm seeing Dionysus. You're drinking too much. I'm hearing na 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 na, and it's like a loop because they're just dancing and dancing and they're not seeing something is there with that, okay? It says the Emperor is the father of the tarot and therefore represents the father figure archetype. He is masculine, active, and an established leader who rules over his dominion through the power of legacy and tradition. The mountain range in his background conveys the long-running structure and legacy he rules over, slow to change and evolve. There is a stubbornness to this card, but the stubborn way he does things establishes a strong foundation that allows the river to flow. You peep the Aquarius energy there? Similar to an artist developing his skill, he must learn the basics of color and hue, perspective and shading, and proportion before he can just start splashing colors on a canvas. You see what I'm saying? It gives, you got to have a good, strong container. This requires dedication, time, practice, and learning from those wiser and more experienced than you. Maybe some people are connected with a higher level of learning, a degree course, elevation in your own personal career, self-discipline. You could be, we're going to see a lot of people connecting with spiritual mentors. People are becoming teachers. They're looking for a teacher. We're mentoring each other. Do you see this energy here? This could be receiving monetary blessings because you've harvested a platform but something to teach. You know, you bring messages through for people. I could definitely see that here. When the Emperor appears, it may literally convey a father figure, or it is a reminder to take a more disciplined route in order to achieve your goals. Learn from tradition and then make it your own. Okay, I like that. Okay, let's find the Nine of Pentacles. What movie is that from, y'all? I'm hearing what is it? Tradition. Tradition. Bro, is that the fiddler on the roof? What? Spirit. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to leave that there. It must be for someone. There's something there. Tradition. It could be kind of too about how people get too stuck in tradition. You know, it makes me think of how Aquarius frequency co-ruled Saturn, very traditional, very, you will do this way because I'm trying to teach you something. And when you get old enough, if you want to do it your way, but we've got to have foundation. We've been doing it this way for a reason. Excuse me. But then it's this whole duality of, okay, bet we did it your way. I'm hearing, as it Frank Sinatra, I did it my way. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's giving now. Okay, now it's time to do it the Aquarian way. I heard it like this. Okay, Spirit. All right, so we have Nine of Pentacles, the Yesod. Okay, the foundation, right? Venus and Virgo, earth elements here. Abundance, material wealth, success, fulfillment, hard work paid off, independence, security. You know what this gives me too? It's like when the dad passes the business down and you inherit it and he's like, all right, well, you said you was going to do it your way. Let's see what you've learned, kid. You know, like, let's go. And you're like, whoa, okay, shoot, it is time. I'm the teacher now. Who's the boss now? I'm hearing something like this. Okay, and then the shadow cautionary energies, feeling overworked, in need of a vacation. Child, I know. Look, we were just talking about this in the harvest card. Not being where you want to be. The Nine of Pentacles illustrates individual success. After putting in the effort and learning lessons through hardship and gain, this is the moment you can afford to take yourself on the long-awaited vacation because you can. You work for the independence and you're rewarded with experiencing the finer things in life. And they are so much sweeter because you know they weren't handed to you. Don't I know it? That's some Aquarius frequency right there. Because when I get up here, you're going to see and you're going to know nobody handed me nothing. I worked blood, sweat, and tear for every single penny, for every single slice of freedom, for every single opportunity to teach, whatever the case may be, right? Nobody hand nothing to me, okay? And I like that. It's from this perspective you really feel ready to grow and to go to the next step, but not before. I'm hearing treat yourself, okay? And it is about balance, right? Treating yourself. But again, there's like that cautionary thing of like, we're not just going to be looping and dancing at the vampire ball. Ooh. Okay. That's all right. We're not going to rebuke it. We're going to let it stand because we know we can alchemize it. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to stay at the ball and keep drinking more cups and keep getting disillusioned. None of that's going to even be allowed anymore because that energy of the age of Pisces is completed its course. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get up because we went to sleep and we're learning how to discipline ourselves and we're creating new healthy routines. And if we need to detox, we're going to do that shit because we're ready. I'm hearing enter stage left. Okay, let's go, you guys. You're up. It's your timeline. You're the teacher. You're the speaker, you're the writer, you're the singer, whatever the case is, right? Here we go. I'm hearing that. Here we go. We go. No, because it's us now. You see me, I see you. We see each other, right? Okay, the woman on the card is happy and content, surrounded by a lush, abundant garden. You know what this is kind of giving to? Is like sometimes with the harvest above it, sometimes we do, it's like stop and smell the roses. Damn. Enjoy. That's like, you know what it's giving, really? It's like when someone has a baby and like everyone's in the room and it's just so like, and you just want to, you shoo everyone out of the room because time, in essence of what time is, Spirit is saying, is a very linear thing. And it's not always what you think. So this is not to stoke anxiety or apprehensiveness, Spirit is saying. But you just want a damn minute. Can I just be with the baby that I just freaking went through the top tier known levels of pain to birth? I mean, what's that baby to you, right? We're being metaphorical. Is it a classroom? Is it a platform? Is it a business? Is it a whole new level of your career, relationship? Maybe you was like me, bitch. It was me. I rebirthed myself. And I feel that. I'm here. Would you hold my hand? It's okay. It's okay to like just be with yourself for a minute and everything. You be in a lush ass garden. You'll have beautiful birds and ancestors. Oh, I need to share this video. I woke up this morning. I was just so overwhelmed and I was just so grateful. And this bird, I love my birds. I love my trees. If you saw me in real time, IRL, right? I really talk to trees. Like, I really have relationships with trees. And I'm Aquarius as fuck. I don't even care. My North Node's in Taurus. I'll be vibing. I have favorite birds, trees. Listen, anyway. We name our gemstone. It's everything like that over here. And I have a tree that I really love. We tie our ribbons on her. We do all these things with it. This is my girl. That's my tree. I literally will get out of the car. She'll snag my hair sometimes. And I'll be like, hey, girl. It's like that for real. It's my tree, man. I don't know. I love trees like that. And I just had a moment, you guys, because it makes me always think of my grandfather. And he is a very wise Aquarius ancestor who has passed beyond the veil. And he loved his garden and his trees. And it's just having a whole moment here, right? It is my birthday. Bear with me. We getting anecdotal. But I don't care. I'm saying, I'm sharing with you guys because I love you. But my grandfather, sometimes I'll have a thought that's him, I'm sorry, y'all. That's him in the tree. You know what I'm saying? Wisping my hair and, reminding me not to take life too seriously. And the trees, it's just I love that tree. There's Bridget's ribbons out there tied on that tree right now. But I woke up this morning and I actually stopped to make a video because the birds were so singing loudly and they just went, I open the windows in the morning if the weather permits, go out onto my patio outside and I'd be vibing, and I had the door open and I was like, oh my gosh, the birds are so loud. And I just had this whole moment just being with the birds and they were just and singing songs. Y'all be walking my dogs on trails. I whistle back to birds and stuff. I'm fully in it. It's all woo-woo and all that over here. Me and the birds had a whole moment. It was so beautiful. But it's like that. You're moving so fast. The birds will be tweeting around you. You done built a beautiful container and you just, oh my gosh, like, look around for a minute. Do you see? You see what we've built? It's going to be beautiful, okay? With the propaganda and the energetic warfare and the projections and all the shit is doing it because it's dying. Don't miss that. And we had another bird right here in the Raven spirit, but there's so much beauty around you. It's very Venusian right now. It's very Piscean, right? And then it's going to be more and more Piscean. And yes, that is dissolution. And sometimes we get slapped with a cold, wet rag. It's very Aquarius. And then, the dissolution of Pisces, give me them rose-colored glasses. And you'd be like, But it's also beautiful. It's also good to stop and smell the roses and treat yourself, It says the woman on the card is happy and content, surrounded by a lush, abundant garden with falcons perched on her arm, showing the power of a clear vision brought to life. You have made your dream a reality, and that's fucking something to be proud of, man. That's something to be proud of. That's what the book said, and we love to see it. And you know what's so crazy, too? I wasn't going to pull a spiritual meaning of birds, and now it's like I have to. Yeah, it was very beautiful. Lots of crows out today. Very beautiful. Getting out into the morning routine, going to the gym, doing the things. Man, it was just a beautiful energy stopping. And I dare say at least 10 minutes, y'all, if not longer, because I went on about my morning doing other things. And then I ended up coming in here and opening another window because these birds were just singing. My grandfather used to always love birds and feed them and listen to them. You see, he'd be the person, you see, listen, this is the bird, da da da. He'd be telling you about birds. And that's the shit you'd be missing one day. But now I see him and the birds, and he always had hummingbirds and bird feeders and just everything. It was a beautiful moment. You see how that also is a gift of abundance, and the universe and your ancestors stopping you for a minute and saying, hey, look, hey, you're missing out. Isn't this beautiful? You know what I'm saying? It's some energy like this that I'm tapped into. All right, guys, we'll get a spiritual meaning of birds oracle, and that'll be the wrap on this message, this energy that the year of the fire horse had to share with us, which I think ended up being so beautiful. Okay. Let's see what we have, Spirit. What is the message that we need to see, that we need to come to close with? Spiritual message from our birds oracle deck, Spirit. What is it? Okay, let's see what we have, guys. Oh, you guys, what? That is so on point. Do you see that? Swan, transformation, dreams, and illusion. It's giving me how Bridget is connected to the swan energy. I'm hearing swan dive, which makes me think of the Fool card. Wow. I'm also seeing the black swan, and how the duality of this card is how she lost herself in the pursuit of perfection, when dance should have been joyful and beautiful, and it was her life's purpose, and it was an artistic expression of her soul, but she lost herself. Again, I'm getting that North Node in Virgo vibes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, swan, how beautiful. Let's read about the swan. Okay, thank you so much, ancestors and spirit. Those beautiful messages that you brought through for us today. So much gratitude, right? Okay. Transformation, dreams, and illusion. Not the Maya coming through again. The swan means that transformation lies in your future. Your time to shine is imminent. Are there issues in your life you can alter or transform to yield more positive results? Perhaps the swan is encouraging you to make physical changes in your life to revitalize yourself. That's come through already in this message too, right? The swan also encourages you to pay more attention to your dreams. Boom, that came through. Was that the astrology reading? But I think we said something else here too about dreams in the dream space. Pay more attention to your dreams. They may be trying to tell you something. Try keeping a dream journal by your bed. The swan coaxes you to look at your life and discover the magic it holds. It urges you to pierce through any illusions operating in your life. Sweep them away. Truth without illusion may be painful to deal with at first, but in the end, it will allow you to grow. I'm hearing the song, in the end, only kindness matters. Is that Jewel? I think so. Anyway, where to find the swan? Swans live in mainly temperate climates. They are found throughout the northern and southern hemispheres, except for Central America. In Asia, swans live near the water, feeding both water on land. There's that amphibious energy again, too. We opened up with that, talking about, wait, was that in the astrology reading? C.S. Lewis? Oh, yeah, that was undulation. Anyway, again, go back and watch that if you have time. I do feel like I want to get one more bird spirit message. Thank you so much. I also feel called to Bridget and the swan. There's a strong symbolic association between the Celtic goddess Bridget, and if there's a Christian religious counterpart, Saint Brede or Saint Bridget of Kildare, and the swan, which represents grace, beauty, the soul, and the heralding of spring. Heralds of spring, swans migrate and return from their winter habitats around Imbolc, February 1st-ish, right? But we know it continues to unfold. all throughout the remainder of Aquarius season. The festival is celebrating the start of spring and new growth, which is also Bridget's feast day. Their swan arrival symbolizes the lengthening of days and return to the light, the soul in the other world. In Druidic and Celtic beliefs, the swan often represents the soul, and it's thought to be a guide or a psychopomp that can travel between the mortal realm and the other world, and into the realms of the gods and goddesses. Poetry and inspiration. Bridget is the goddess of poets and bards who held a high status in ancient Irish society. Bards were known to wear cloaks made partly of swan feathers, linking birds to poetic inspiration and transmission of wisdom. That's lovely. Swans symbolize love, beauty, grace, and the purity in many cultures, including Celtic traditions. This aligns with Bridget's attributes as an exalted and radiant figure. The swan is also linked to the Cygnus constellation, which is situated near the Milky Way and associated with the Queen of Heaven. This further connects the bird to celestial and divine realms. Oh, this is interesting. While the children of Lear is separate from Bridget, it's another famous myth where humans are transformed into swans. The general symbolism of the swan is as a sacred animal of the Celts. It naturally lies in the rich lore surrounding Bridget, triple goddesses, this goddess of fire and healing in the hearth. Wow, that was nice. Okay, one more. For real. Oh, we have blue jay. Look at that. Family, loyalty, and communication. Okay, let's read what the blue jay has to add. The Jay's strong family bond may be directing you to look at your own family situation. The Jay may also be urging you to trust your immediate and extended family, including your trusted communities, or it could be soul family, right? And by extension, to be more alert when dealing with people who are not part of these closer relationships. Be fearless when defending your family and the communities in which you participate. The blue jay's familiar talkativeness, coupled with its blue feathers, a color associated with the throat chakra, one of several energy centers found throughout the body, may be urging you to look at your communication habits and skills. Or maybe you have a story to tell. Maybe you have a memoir to relate. Maybe you will be a speaker or a teacher. Is definitely giving open, activated throat chakra. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for enjoying all of the cards and the messages with me. This is the energy that I have to channel for you from the spirit of the fire horse. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful week and take good care, okay? Love you. Bye.